I am Tanya and I'm 33 years old. I'm just fixing my crutches. And I'm an amputee since October 2018. And I lost my leg to cancer. It was my 4th operation. And I sort of had cancer coming back over 10 years, starting in 2007, when I fell off my bike and they found a tumour in my leg. My hopes really would be eventually to work in dance therapy, music therapy, maybe some art therapy as well. I actually first started doing it with a counsellor a few years ago when I was still going through a lot of the pain with my leg and having, you know, the tumour come back again and again. So that was just before the amputation. This was just after. I don't know why, but these remind me of kind of bloody wings. I think kind of at the time I felt like my own wings were essentially cut off. Sometimes I have trouble expressing it in words. It might not be clear now, but at the time. And so I said, well, why don't you just speak through painting and just, you know, put your hands on the paper and go for it. And so I did it myself now. Since then I find it really, really helps. This is a very bright one actually. I think this is much more recent. That's this year. So I guess I'm working through it all. I'd love to be someone that could be someone else's rock when they're going through the really hard time of whatever it is, amputation, sickness, you know, any other, you know, depression. I'm currently in my 1st year of training to be a counsellor and hoping to go on to do the degree as well and then be fully qualified. And also dance. Dance a lot. And yeah, help other people to dance, even if they're in a wheelchair or have no legs or whatever. It doesn't matter, just to be able to move your body and enjoy yourself in it. Within that, it's actually really tiring. I've wanted to hike for a very long time, so to travel the world and be able to actually hike up hills. Hold on. This aches, even though it's made of steel, but it still aches. I can't stay up anymore. I live out in the middle of nowhere in Wexford in Ireland. It's up a hill. We're very much the last house on the mountain. I can't really walk up the hill from my house. There's, even to start to go down the hill, you have to go up first and down again. There are lots of holes and mud and stones. There's no way I could be walking down the hill by myself. I would have to be driven. Altogether, the leg actually costs 50,000, but the medical card are willing to pay 20,000 of that, and then I would need to pay 30,000 for the rest of it. I'm trying to raise it for a leg that would have much better features in it. So for example, the leg that I currently have, the knee actually isn't controlled except by my right leg, so it can fall forward, and if I'm not standing on even ground or if I don't predict where I'm going to step, I can end up on my face. It doesn't actually have a full name because it's a combination of different parts that we put together to make a super leg, and so the knee is called a C leg and then the hip is called a 3D helix. It also will have a hip that is much smoother, hence I could get my boogie on, but I could also, be the most important thing, I would use much less energy to actually push forward when I walk. I wouldn't have to every time like get the momentum going, it would do it kind of for me. Basically it's getting a little bit closer to what you take for granted as a human leg.